The streets of Lyari, Karachi, have always been soaked in struggle, but in the late 1990s and early 2000s, one name carved fear deeper than any bullet: Rehman Dakait. Long before sirens and police tape became routine, Lyari was already abandoned by the state. Poverty, drugs, political violence, and gang wars raised children faster than schools ever could. From this chaos, Rehman Dakait was born. He was not educated, not privileged, and not patient with weakness. Violence became his language. As a teenager, Rehman learned quickly that survival in Lyari wasn't about right or wrong. It was about power. He began with petty crimes and street brawls, but his brutality set him apart. While others fought to scare, Rehman fought to destroy. By the time authorities noticed him, it was too late. Rehman had built a gang loyal through fear and blood. Extortion rackets swallowed local businesses. Drug routes ran through his control. Anyone who resisted became an example. Bodies were dumped in public spaces to send messages. Homes of rivals were torched while families watched. Witnesses vanished overnight. Lyari became a city inside a city, ruled not by law, but by Rehman Dakait's shadow. Police operations were announced repeatedly. His face appeared on most wanted lists. Bounties were declared. Yet every raid failed. Officers arrived late. Information leaked. Those who pushed too hard were threatened or killed. Whispers spread that politicians used him as muscle, that law enforcement was either compromised or terrified. The line between criminal and protector blurred dangerously. To some in Lyari, Rehman was more than a gangster. He helped families financially, paid hospital bills, and distributed money during hardships. Children followed him. Songs were written about him. This illusion of heroism was the most dangerous part of his legacy. Behind every act of charity was a trail of blood that never made the headlines. His enemies were not just rival gangs but the state itself. Gun battles with police became routine. Streets echoed with automatic fire. Civilians learned to hit the ground at the sound of engines slowing. Fear became normal. Death became expected. Rehman Dakait lived as if death was chasing him, and as if he welcomed it. He moved openly, surrounded by armed men, refusing to hide. He attended weddings and funerals under heavy guard, daring his enemies to strike. The city watched, waiting for the inevitable. In July 2009, the end arrived. Intelligence tipped off police to his location in Lyari. What followed was not an arrest. It was a war. Gunfire erupted through narrow streets. Walls were shredded by bullets. Residents locked themselves indoors as chaos consumed the neighborhood. When the shooting stopped, Rehman Dakait was dead, his body riddled with bullets. Officials called it an encounter. Supporters called it an execution. Either way, the king of Lyari had fallen. But Lyari did not heal that day. Because Rehman Dakait was not the disease, he was a symptom. His rise exposed a system that failed its people, where justice arrived only in the form of gunfire. Killing him did not erase the gangs, the corruption, or the despair. His story remains a brutal reminder. When society abandons its streets, violence will rule them, and men like Rehman Dakait will rise, reign, and fall in blood.